Evet sevgili YouTube, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt'ta kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Nasılsınız önceki bölümde?
There's a draft. Should be an exit here. Klug wouldn't have sent us here if there wasn't. Must be a lever on this wall that'll open the secret passage.
Oo, yağmala yağmala yağmala. Kullanacağım mı artık Geralt?
Free city of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovic's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Güzel. Daha paket var mı diye bakın. Herhalde yok. Tamam. Evet yok. Yani bayağı bir şey çıktı içinden ha. Nice. Ah. Zırhlar kötü. Kötü zırhlar geldi. Al bakalım paket.
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal.
Ay.
Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through.
Görüşürüz, bye bye.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on, 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Greetings, sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Triss, you told this man you're a sorceress?
Of course. She was looking for work. That's her chief asset.
Are you, Triss?
I know it was reckless, but competition's stiff here. No one would hire me if I claimed to be a common rat catcher.
More importantly, no one would believe such a beauty could be an exterminator of rodents. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
Ne başlaması ya?
You and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full coin purse.
Brandon & Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
Don't much like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the job's done.
That was not cheap praise. I was merely stating a fact.
So am I. I want you to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Well, now I know why she brought you along. Fine. A full purse of Novigrad
Aferin.
crowns as proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat-related.
Tamam hadi. Gel. Halledelim bunu da.
Where do you think you're going? Warehouse job won't wait, you know.
Nereye yerleştireceğiz? Tuzak mı?
Looks like a good spot. I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no. Notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Must really want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
If I worried about that sort of thing, I'd starve to death in this city.
Kesin var ya, kesin bir şey gelecek başına, kesin. Kesin.
Think I plugged every hole in there.
All right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk.
Hiç sanmıyorum.
Now we wait for them to scurry away.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long
Hiç
way
sorma.
to fall from being advisor to Temeria's king.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound, and...
Reconciled?
Yani. Bunu diyeyim.
I was worried about seeing you again. Doubted it could be pleasant.
We said everything there was to say 6 months ago. I don't want to go back to that.
I'm not going back to it. It's just... It's one thing to say something.
Ha tamam, bunlar ayrılmışlar.
We promised to remain friends. I hope nothing will change that.
Kolyem yamukmuş, onu düzelttim.
So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
O iyi.
She's fine.
That's good.
Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Ha. Güzel, tamam. Çünkü burada eğer kötü bir cevap verseydim TRISS'e yakın olacaktım. İyi cevap verdim, TRISS'ten uzaklaştım. Yine daha yakın oldum. Tamam.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My
Dedim.
friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you.
Bak.
Didn't have the heart to
Ya.
refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the start. If these boys are here to help us kill rats, they're late. You paid up front and got what you paid for. Not half a rodent left in the granary.
I paid in advance because I knew I'd recover my coin.
Emin olma.
Such is life for sorceresses in Novigrad these days.
I can see that and I don't like it. So here's what I think. The hunters have come, and now they can go.
They'll do no such thing.
All right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
Haha. Sizin ben var ya. Öl lan.
Hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have to pay me. And trap.
Ha.
Don't
Sen
kill
gel
me.
buraya.
Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy.
Sen cezanı alacaksın.
Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live.
Mantığı bu arada yanlış.
Now.
Öde lan.
Fine. Your coin.
Aferin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
Gerek yok.
No need. Glad I could help.
You know, I've been thinking who might know something about Syria.
Ha söyle.
And I just got an idea.
Evet buraya
There's an
Siri için geldim.
environmancer in town, Corinne
10 lira mancer mı?
Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corinne's been very effective. You should at least try. She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, DeJohn Kier, is a rich
Tamam sen de
man.
Karmor'a gitsene.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
Sonra görüşürüz.
Thanks for everything. See you, Triss.
See you.
How do I find you if I need you?
I live in the Bits. Head up the hill past the fish market. Stop by.
Be seeing you.
Tamam. Vallahi bu görev şeyini devam ettireceğim. Dur şuradan devam. Çünkü en azından bu bir yere bağlansın. Sonra yan görevleri yaparız. Yani öyle istiyorum. Yani ana hikaye çünkü çok ihmal ettik o yüzden.
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonkier. Of those de Jonkiers, yes. My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Hah.
Didn't need a recommendation.
Elimde bulacak paralarım var. Versene. Al sana
Father
şunları.
always said, all ought to know your merits, son. Don't hide them under a bushel.
Corinne'i arıyorum.
I'm looking for Corinne Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place then. Corinne is inside. Been there for a few days, dreaming the home's history.
Neden burada duruyorsun?
Not interested in what's going on inside? Seeing it for yourself.
I'm a banker. Cursed homes scare me. Do you know how a haunting can affect property value? Point of fact, Corinne requested she not be disturbed.
Evin geçmişlerden umurundaki.
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian or on a whim?
I bought this property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after, I witnessed disturbances. Led me to fear the home might be haunted.
What are the symptoms?
Oh, they vary. Giggling in the night. And furniture moving about in the attic. And last week, well, you shan't believe it.
Evde kalan insan var.
I found human feces in the parlor.
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher.
Aynen öyle.
You may enter. Call that my whim.
The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks?
Abi niye hiçbir şey gözükmüyor?
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please. Stop. Go away.
Ne oldu lan? Ne oluyor lan? Çok iyi yalnız. Kılıcı çekti öyle.
Wake up, it's just a dream. Wake up. Hemen
bir aksi hemen. Hemen şöyle hop hop hop hop.
The doll. The attic.
O cidden lanetli mi lan?
All right. Time to check the attic.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Way to the next room's blocked.
Bu arada bir dakika, ben bir şey yapacağım ya. Kedi nerede kedi? Göremiyoruz önümüzü, anasını satayım ya. Ha? O zaman paçavra bebek. Beşik.
Strange stuff. A doll. Drawing shows it lying in a cradle. Maybe I should find one.
Oyuncak bebeği beşiğe koy. Nasıl ya? Ben burada evdeki hiçbir şey lootlamadım ama bence lootlamalıyım. Oğlum burası hakikaten lanetli lan. Ben adam hani takılıyor falan zannettim ama.
Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it.
Buraya mı koyacağız? Oğlum tövbe. Şu an ben korku içerisindeyim. Evet, kapı kapandı.
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Guess I should find an oven.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't
Fırını
spill it.
incele. Aşağıda. Abi bir şey söyleyeyim de yani bu kadar böyle karanlıkta da olmaz bu iş ya. Abi aşağı inmesek. Allah.
Did I scare you?
Yine bunlardan.
Scared you, didn't I? Could tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you, Sarah. You might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone hurt me? Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
Yine bunlardan.
What are you playing?
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her awake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer. so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
Ne oldu biliyorum.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling. You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
I'm not tormenting anyone. Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit. I
Çok
just
iyi ya.
pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not to live with, so I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
Bir anlaşma yapalım.
Sarah, Novigrad's no place for a godling. But if you want to live here, that's your business. So let's make a deal.
A deal? What kind?
Leave the dreamer alone. In exchange, I'll tell the banker the house is haunted. For good, no way to lift the curse.
You tell him that? What if he doesn't believe you?
I'm a
Ben
witcher.
birisi görüm.
He'll believe me.
Evet.
Yes? Yes? Yes! Do that and I promise not to bother your friend. Not even a little. You're awfully nice, you know.
I don't hear that often. Thanks.
Now go wake that sleepyhead. I won't stop her. She'll get up.
Oh, güzel. Merhaba Corinne.
Who are you?
Triss Marigold sent me to see you.
Gods. Horrible nightmares. I was supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry
Arch
furniture
mobilya.
wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish, but in the dream, well, it was all too real. And not at all amusing.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me. I feel fortunate.
We witchers have our ways.
I thank you very much. The dreams, they were awful.
Var. Siri'yi gördün mü?
There is actually. I'm looking for a young woman who was seen in Novigrad.
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my head first. After those deranged dreams, I feel it's full of cobwebs. Find me at the Golden Sturgeon. I rent a room there.
Tamam, geliyorum oraya.
See you there.
Geliyorum oraya. Ben de bunları yağmalarım o zaman. Madem evden çıkamayacağız. Adım eve gelemeyecek. Yağmalı abi. Satarım bunları. Oo. Oo, alkol falan var. Yağmala yağmala yağmala. Bunlar şimdi boşa mı gidecek yani? Yok canım.
Truth is, I saw Miss Corinne leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
Maalesef.
A bit of both. A demon had captured Corinne. I managed to free her, but the house is still haunted.
Did Corinne dream of the building's past?
Yeah. Pretty horrid, apparently, though she refused to talk about it. Nobody should inhabit the place.
So many crowns I paid. Oh well. It shan't put me in the poorhouse.
Sende para çoktur abi.
Sir, I beg your pardon.
Sende para çoktur, boş ver. Takma kafaya. Bir daha alırsın. Bunu yarı fiyatına sat.
Help, save me.
Alırsın. Ha, buyur benim. Selamünaleyküm.
Need something sharpened? Reforged?
What do you have on?
Bu neymiş ya? Ama 650 çok para. That's too much money. Ben şeyi mi sattım? Tamam, yok hasar düşükmüş zaten onun. Güzel. Hatta çok da pahalı değil ya. Cadı avcısı kılıcı. Şunu sat. Paran var mı? Var. Bunun ne kadar? 25. Bunu ne kadar alıyorsun? 22. Ben sana bunu ne kadar alıyorum? 650. Yok mu pazarlığınız? Yok galiba. Peki bana bir şey yapabilir misin sen? Şöyle gümüş kılıç böyle sağlam. Ama ya bir bonusu olsun ya. Hani hasar da yani bonusu olması lazım. Biliyor musun? Griffin gümüş kılıcı. Gwendal. O yüzden mesela dükkandaki çok daha iyi. Niye? Çünkü üstünde bonus şeyi var. Ama 21 hasar için de 650 para veremem şu anda. Verilmez yani. Vivaldi Bankası nerede Novigrad'da? Hadi gel kart oynayalım seninle. Gel bir eline vereyim hemen. Sen de bana bir kart ver. Tamam. Peki. Az mı işte? Okay. Bence bu turu geçti, yok ya, bu turu kazanalım. Ama nasıl kazanabiliriz? 4. Şunu koysam kazanıyorum. Zaten bunun teki yok. O yüzden böyle yapalım. Sonra bunu oynayayım. Yalnız 2 tane kukla gelmesi çok kötü oldu. Şunu alıp atsa ya keşke. Bu gerçekten çok kötü oldu. Şu 4 kartın boş olması. Hani lütfen alıp şey atsın. Bu turu zaten kaybettik. O zaman şöyle yapalım mı? Ha, elinde kart kalmadı. Ya işte böyle. Şöyle hangisini koysam yere? Şu beşliklerden biri koyayım. Hay ananım. Neyse ki bir kartım daha var. Allah. İşte böyle koyarlar, hadi bakayım. Bir kart verdi. Neymiş o kart ya? Kahir bilmem ne, cart curt. Ha, bu kart. İyi, Nilfgaard şeyim birikiyor ya.
Welcome.
What have you got?
Neyin var bakayım senin? Ne kitabı? Gullar algılar. Biliyorum zaten onu. Gerek yok o yüzden. Ben sana ıvır zıvır satabiliyorum değil mi? Bence ben sana satayım ıvır zıvırı, ha? %19. Al bakayım. Al değerli fosil. Şeyleri bile satmıyorum bu arada, postları, çünkü bazen lazım oluyor cidden. Al parfüm. Aslında iyi para ediyor ha bu şeylerde. Kollilerde. Sat gitsin ya ama. Ne yapacağım sanki. Fistek kesin sat yani. Kesin işim olmaz. Tamam. Gwent meraklısına benziyorsun, bakayım. Gel sen de oynayalım.
A game of Gwent. How about it?
Yok, bunu oynamayacağım. Nilfgaard tamam. Nilfgaard'sa sıkıntı yok. Okey. Bunda başlayabiliriz. Hayır, baktın ne oldu yani? Ne oldu lan? Ne oldu yani? Ne oluyor? Al. At bakayım onu bana. Güzel. Sen bunu ver bana. Ben sana bunu atayım. Güçlü olan benim elimde kalsın çünkü. Gerçi iki tarafta bir alıyor değil mi? Evet. Al bakayım bunu. Okay. Sen ciddi misin? Peki al bakayım. Ama onu yapmayacaktın. Ben geçebilirim bu arada ya. Adamın beni geçmesi için nasıl olsa kart oynaması gerekecek. Evet. Tamam. Casus oynayacak. Peki. Acaba ben de yok casus oynamayacağım. Pas geçmesi lazım ama. Ne yapıyor bu herif? Bunu bana yaptıracak. Al bakayım bunu. Tamam sen şunu bir al. Madem öyle. Pas mı geçtin? 8, 6, 14. Al bakayım. Hadi şimdi ağlıyorsun köşede. Abi 3 tane de ya bu çok kötü oldu ama ya. Karşı şu en düşük güçte bunu verebilirim. Kart lazım bana, kart. Güzel. Çağır. Hay anan. Ya nasıl ama ya? Neyse kartı kalmadı. Neyse ki yani. Ne oldu? Pas geçti. Ne oldu pas geçtiğinde? Böyle ağlarsın işte. Griffin verdi. Tamam. Aha dur. Hayırdır?
We're a bit of coin short another round. Because we're comrades, see? Butcher, ain't you? We're butchers. You slaughter, we slaughter.
Ya. Gidin gidin.
Old villagers pitch in. Lords out with their purses. Ladies do like with their legs.
Guess I've been to the wrong villages. Dealt with the wrong lords and ladies.
Come, don't make us beg. What's the wish you for anyways? It's to help men in need.
Sağ ol.
You boys look tired. Probably ought to go home now.
Well, how long we been drinking now?
2 days. Well said, master. Home we will go.
Hadi. Ay çok seviyorum bu yeteneği ya. Aksi kasıp böyle. Full aksi kastım. Yani konuşmada hani Yani bana karşı koymalarının şansı yok bak. 3 Yani full kandırma full. Anladın mı? Başka yeteneği vermedim bile. Aa bu çok iyiymiş bak. Bunu yapabilirim. Çok iyi bu. Hedef düşman kısa süreli müttefik olur. Ve yüzdemi daha fazla hasar verir. İşaret şiddetini artırır. Güzel. Göster bakayım nelerim var. Hayır ben de bunları alıyordum. Eyvallah. Şunu al. Bunu da al. Bunları almayayım ya. Bir tık fazla çünkü. Oluyor. Kart. Gel 10 coin'e.
Not hungry, not thirsty, but I sure wouldn't mind a round of Gwent.
Gel bakayım. Canavarlarda çok eksiğimiz var ya. Hayır. Leafguard'da oynamayacaktım. Neyse Leafguard deneyelim bakalım bir kere. Oha bayağı iyi lan. Kabul. Hı. Yedelik bir şeyim var mı? Ah. 5'e 2 de olurdu ya. Tamam 6-2 de olur artık ne yapalım. Tahmin ettim bunu atacağını ya. Neyse şu şey en azından benim kombomu bozmadı. Al yine getirdim. Ne yapacaksın? Ha? Hey ne yapacaksın? Ne yapacaksın? Ne yapacaksın? Hatta ver bakayım sen bunu bana. Yine attı. Allah'ım. Ah var ya şu. Neyse. 8 gidecek sadece. Komple 6'lık gitse iyiydi yine. Yağmur mu? Peki, ben zaten kuşatma şeyim yok ki. Al bakayım bunu. Yağmur seçiyor ama. Zaten Yağmur oynanmış durumda. Al bakayım, hadi ağla. Abi. Geçti ya. Tamam, beraberlikte alıyorum bu arada. Beraberlik durumunda alıyordum. Ağla. Ağla. Ağla. Ağla. Oo, koca karı geldi şey. Güzel, tamam. Merhaba.
Never witnessed a seance like this before, let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Your gift. Tell me how it works.
It's hard to describe. To start with, I must gain an understanding of the bond between the person and the object I'm to dream about.
Nesne değil.
I ask questions, try to flesh out feelings, emotions. Truth is essential in this. And though most who come to me acknowledge that, many refuse to speak openly of certain matters. Apart from which, they remain unaware of others, further obscuring things.
Allah
What do you
Allah.
see in your dreams?
I don't. It's my client who sees. My gift lies in summoning the right dreams.
Ama dream diyorsun.
Nightmares or strong desires impose themselves on true events. It takes skill to separate seed from chaff.
Tamam, hadi yapalım.
Let's begin.
To start with, tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Siri. The woman's name is Siri.
Hangisi diyelim ki? Öldüğümde oradaydı.
It was in Rivia. The second war with Nilfgaard had just ended. There was still tension in the air. For gods know what reason, race riots erupted in the town. I tried to do something, but couldn't stop a riled crowd. A boy with a pitchfork. He ran it right through my gut. Jennifer lay dying as well. Siri had us carried onto a boat. We sailed to a place where apple trees bloom eternal. She left us there. That was the last time I saw her.
Is there anything you'd like to add? Another memory, perhaps?
Söyleyeyim. Evet.
Yes, there's something else.
All right. Tell me no more than you wish to.
Bu vardı.
It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood.
Aga
It was the
be.
first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense. Do you wish to continue?
Danlı çaktırma.
I have more to say.
Then please do.
Hepsini anlatayım mı?
I accepted a job once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Broccolon forest. Happened on a girl there. Didn't know who she was. The Dryads wanted to keep her, turn her into one of their own. But the Waters of Oblivion, they failed in her case. Ciri came out of Broccolon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother then. But already, I felt bound to her.
By destiny?
By something more.
Thank you. Would you be willing to share another memory?
Paylaşayım.
Yes.
No
Bütün
need to rush.
Bütün hepsini anlatayım ki adam akıllı görelim yani.
Ciri was orphaned during the Second War with Nilfgaard. Had no idea what to do with a young girl. So I did what I would have done with a boy and took her to Kaer Morhen. Figured some physical training, sword work.
Drop var bu arada biliyorum.
Stamina couldn't hurt. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. A stone came loose. She lost her footing. Caught her at the last possible instant. Strongest memory, though, is of her coming out of her room one day, wearing a dress and claiming she was indisposed. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It was unavoidable. I was lost in the face of that.
Çok iyi ya.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
Dur. Drop'u hemen çözelim. Nasıl çözerim? Kapat. Steam indirme yapamaz. Bir dakika, bir masa üstünü görmem lazım. Sevgili arkadaşlar. Göremiyorum ama şu anda. Şöyle yapalım mı? Gözükmüyor. Masaüstünü göremediğim için şeye bakamıyorum. Neyse, devam edelim biz.
They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. Once I asked Yennefer why. She travels between worlds. Turns out I don't know how to talk about it. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than traveling to different places, and that Ciri carries immense power in her blood.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Anlatayım.
Yeah, there's something else. She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Volker? The rebel burned at the stake?
Hayır.
The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the Firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
Know when a legend transforms into prophecy? When it gains believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Anlatayım. Sonuncusunu da anlatayım.
Yeah, there's something else. I remember Ciri having trouble controlling her abilities. Yennefer tried to teach her to cast simple spells, and Ciri destroyed a shed near the temple where they were. Really upset her, but it was just an old shed. I know it took her a while to gain control, and frankly, I doubt she controls her abilities fully to this day.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax.
Daha ne? Hepsini, her şeyi anlattım.
Take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you think she might be. Who could be at her side?
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
Dandelion?
Maybe Dandelion. They liked each other a lot.
Ne oluyor şu anda?
Dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply. Show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Siri.
Bak.
She contacted
Doğru.
Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the rosemary and thyme in their will.
The rosemary and thyme? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon a bridge. The rosemary is just past it.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Çok iyi ya. Tamam, sağ ol yardım için.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find your Siri.
Evet. Sevgili arkadaşlar, bugünlük o zaman bu kadar diyelim. Hikayede çok güzel bir ilerleme kaydettik. Haberiniz olsun. Sonraki bölümde kaldığımız yerden devam etmek istiyorum çünkü çok önemli bir yerde kaldık. Yani burada bırakmayalım. Kendinize iyi bakın. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın. Bay bay. Videoyu da beğenip kanala abone olmayı unutmayın.